Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Who am I but I'm Dre Mack? Came into the game just to spit facts. Into the space that I'm in. They got me by the Drake cause I'm cold with the pen. I run no diamonds but I still shine. You can dig me cause my boy's mine. My tracks flame like a Dalude. I understood on my tongue, thinking this is warm blue. I'ma throw with a gas leak. Camouflage in the mist, but you smell me. One spot, then I bet you I'ma blow up. Just throw my name around, get stupid, then you go dumb. No rest for the weary. My verses thinking in his man, but you can't see me. You rather drink, they gon' pull up, but drink a knife through the game, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. I came to eat at the a la carte. Got stripped of a bear, call me brainstorm. Then I come together like a Voltron. Then I pour all the plaques, you just set the con. Straight rappers in the streets like Cobra. 80 baby floating like up in the storage and I'm man. Up, down, man, I'm cheap. You a beast, man. I take a beat in. Ninja turtle back, turtle clans, get defeated. Hot samurai, you can call me Night Rider. You can never stop me, cause I'm a guy bomb. Bad attitude like a rocket, my whole to the A, and I bet you can't stop us. LL bad when I go and show up. You can hear the haters in the back. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie. Let me get him where I fit in, homie.
This is a test. This station is conducting a test of the emergency broadcasting system. This is only a test.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the honey sauce. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the honey sauce. Don't get that honey sauce on me. I don't like the way it tastes with my chicken wings.
We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
What's up? What is going on, everybody? This is your man, Dre Mack, coming to you again with another episode of The Dre Mack Show. 7:30 in the morning Central Time, 8:30 on the East Coast. You're from the West Coast right now. Go ahead and get up, because you already know that the early bird gets the worm. And on today, we're going to discuss episode 4 of Peacemaker. This is one of the rare episodes that I noticed on Peacemaker. After I was done, I was just kind of like, that's it. You know, I think with the episodes being short, you know, it's taken a little bit more away from the show. To me, I wish they were like last season where it was, damn near an hour to get through the episodes. But with the episodes, the last couple episodes being like 30 minutes, about like say 35-ish minutes, not including that's not including the intro or anything like that or the previously on. This episode was interesting, but it was also kind of like, you know what I mean? I don't know. It wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It was just like, I wish it was a little more. I guess I was asking for a little more, and I didn't really get it. So I don't know. I don't know how to play this episode. I guess it felt like filler. This was kind of like the filler episode begin until we get to like episode 5. Then I guess 6, 7, and 8 is going to be crazy. So this is the setup episode before we get to what they're saying this back half of this season is going to look like. So we'll see what's going on. But hopefully you guys are happy. Hopefully you guys are healthy. Shout out to my man Heavy Gan over at the Heavy Gan Reaction. But you already know how I do. The real question is, are you
Say why you hating on my energy? Say why you hating on my energy? I don't think you wanna be my enemy.
all right. Let me see who is all in the house. Marley Maury, good morning. Junior Network, good morning. Xavier Phoenix, good morning. Junior Judah Vision, my bad. What's up? Good morning. Krisha K, good morning. Tina, aka Minty Gasm, good morning. What up, she? Let me get in where I fit in. Wavy Things, good morning. And Marley Moore, yeah, it was a filler setup. It just wasn't. I don't know. It was too short. I ain't gonna lie. I think that's what it was. I wanted a little bit more, and it was just too short to me. So I beg your pardon. Tommy, don't you been coming in here too long. I've been playing this song too damn long. Don't come in here and play with me like that. You better stop it. So before I get to this episode, I want to preference everything as far as like, I had Car Chronicles episode number 1 yesterday, and I could not go back and read some of the comments that was coming in for what I said yesterday. For one, I'm not going to apologize for anything that I said, because I felt like nothing that I said was wrong, but I could see that that there were people that was turned off about what I had to say about the Charlie Kirk situation, about what's going on or whatever. Again, I would never condone violence to anybody, because again, a lot of our leaders in the civil rights movement was gunned down, for saying what they believed. Their bodies was all over the pavement, all over the papers, through the publication, all of that. And I would, if I had a wish, I would bring all our civil rights leaders back. You know what I mean? All of our civil rights leaders back. But because of their death, it led to a lot of change for our community. From leaders from the Black Panther community, all the way to Martin Malcolm, and then even some that was fighting because they believed in Black Lives Matter. Because there's a lot of guys that died that came out of St. Louis, that was mysteriously died of mystery or whatever. You know what I mean? So I would never condone that man's death. Would never condone anybody's death. But I'm not going to ignore anything that was said about my people. I'm not going to be naive, and I'm not going to do anything of that. So when I say I'm staying out of stuff, I'm completely staying out of it. This is the last time that I would address it on my channel. But since I was in my car and I started seeing I glanced at the comments because I still was driving. But I'm not going to apologize about anything. This is just, I'm not going to be in it. I'm not going to address it. I'm not going to anything. Prayers go out to all of those campuses on the HBCUs that was getting death threats. You know what I mean? Because of something that happened that had nothing to do with us. I'm praying for them. I'm praying for those kids that was, you know, their lives was taken at that school. You know what I mean? That shouldn't happen. And it lies that every young little brother and sister around this country, what they got to deal with every day for senseless gun violence. You know, like a good friend of mine named Justice Stanley. That's who I pray for, because those people are innocent. They weren't doing anything. The people who die senseless, you know what I mean, because they're not doing anything, that's who I'm praying for. You know, but like I said, I'm not ignoring it. I'm staying up out of it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. Nothing like that. So if you don't like what I had to say or whatever you felt a certain way, this ain't going to be for you, big dog. You know what I mean? Because I'm never going to hold my tongue against somebody who was very disrespectful towards the outlook and the thinking point of my people, and that was saying the rhetoric every chance they had a chance. It was unprovoked. You just talking about us. We not doing nothing to you. We not. I wish I would have had an opportunity to debate someone like him, because I want to know why the rhetoric is continually to be brought up against us, and the propaganda is used against people that look like me. Why? When we're unprovoked, we're not doing anything to you, but yet you in our mouths, and you wonder why a lot of us is Candyman. Just saying. So again, that's the last time I'm gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna say nothing else about it, you know. But no, if you were triggered or you had a problem with what I said, this ain't for you. Because like I said, just because, you know, the smoke that I had for Stevie Knight for over there crackly cooning, you know what I mean? I had that same smoke for anybody. Most definitely for a butter biscuit ass dude like Stevie Knight. Period. You can tag him in this video, because I'm tired of the butter biscuiting from our people too. So I got just as much heat and smoke for people like him that I do for people who uses rhetoric against my people for any type of gain. Period. All right, I'm done. I'm done on that. Let me see. She, what's up? What's up? What's up? Q is on a robot. What's up? What's up? What's up? Well, yeah, I don't like seeing a loss of life in my own hood. When I gotta see the loss of life in my own hood, I don't like that. Even though that I'm talking about in my city. When I see young brothers and sisters being killed in my city, I got a problem with that. Period. I got a problem with that. The ones that's over there, they trying to, you know, they so enthralled with this ops. I got to get the ops. This is my ops. And my ops. And then the opposition that is really holding you back, a lot of that is in the mirror. Kill what's inside of you that's holding you back, little brother, so you can make a way for your future. Then you ain't got to worry about that op. But see, that's what I have a concern about, is my little brothers and sisters seeing something that's inside of them that's holding them back, but they don't want to blame somebody else. You know what I'm saying? That's the life I'm trying to save. And what I don't need is some unprovoked rhetoric, especially from the Butter Biscuit crew, against, because are they out there giving solutions to the little brothers and little sisters out there in the neighborhood that pulling weapons on each other? That's not finding a better way to handle situations. That's not finding a better way to de-escalate the situation that's going on in our cities. Are they helping, or are they just throwing gasoline on the fire? That's all I'm asking. So if those people are not helping, those people are not out there on the front lines, I'm talking about with no cameras around, trying to help little brothers and little sisters in these schools and all of that. You know, each one teach one. You know, even somebody that's not even their kid. How many times are you pouring into that kid? How many times are you pouring into that little sister and saying, yo, hey, all of this situation, that ain't the way. Like, seriously. That's where I got a problem. Because they could get on campuses and they could go ahead and debate kids. Yeah, I said it. They're debating kids. But they won't have that same energy to go out into the neighborhoods they talking that ish to and go out there and pour into a child. That's what I want to see. I want to see Stevie Knight goofy ass go out there and pour into a child. Right? And say, brother, the situations and the things that you're doing out here, that ain't gonna get you where you want to be at. This is A, B, and C, what you could be doing. Here's a mentoring program. Since I'm making all this money on YouTube, here's a mentoring program that I'm going to start in my city so I can get little brothers and little sisters off the streets. Or I can teach them how to be able to do finance, stock marketing, whatever you doing to make you money that ain't crackly cooning. How are you doing that? That's what I want to see. I was doing this in my church. Even when I wasn't in church, I've been doing this since I was 17 years old. This is nothing for me. But the people that got a problem about what I say, what are you doing to stop the violence in your own neighborhood? That's the real question. Pour into a life. How about that? Pour into a life. Instead of talking crazy, pour into somebody one day and see how more effective you can be. Don't have no cameras around. Don't put your phone up. Don't do it for the gram or do it for TikTok. No. Go out there when ain't nobody looking that ain't your family member. You see a little brother, little sister on the street and pour into that little brother and little sister and tell them how great they are. Pour into their spirit. Tell them that, hey, what you doing out there, baby, God got something better for you. Pour into that and see that tree grow. That's planting the seed. But that ain't going to make them no money. All right. Let me go out here and shout out all you magnificent people out here. Because like I said, I just wanted to get that off my chest, off my heart. You know what I mean? So let me pour into y'all magnificent people that pour into me because I love y'all. Here you go. Appreciate y'all. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Stop everything you're doing. Go and hit that like button. I know this is probably your first time watching and you probably enjoying everything. Stop fucking on the channel and go and hit that subscribe button so you never miss one of my videos or one of my morning live streams. And for only $2.99 a month, you know you can be a part of the crew. And shout out to all my crew members that been holding it down for Dre Mack and the crew since the beginning. All right, back to your regularly scheduled program, now in service. Go. Bye. All right. And again, I appreciate all you wonderful crew members that have been holding it down for me for a minute. I really appreciate you guys. That $2.99 goes a long way to help keep some things on with the channel. So I truly appreciate y'all. Mika G is in the house. What up, Mika G? But yeah, absolutely, Marley Marr. Absolutely. The energy you put out in life is the energy you get in life. Absolutely. DeAndre Mosley, what's up? What is up? Okay, so let's transition a little bit. I'm I'm not as I was excited for this episode, but I don't know. It I don't know if it felt because I watched it again. I watched it twice. I was in a position where I could watch. I watched it last night. And I'm like, this is. I think it was just too short. I know it's setting up some stuff, but there is some information and some gems in this episode. Hey, I should play. Should I play that video? Nah, I'm gonna leave that. That video is gonna make Miss Roberta pull out the holy oil. That video, Miss Roberta ain't gonna like that video. Oh, good Lord. And I'm trying to get over this stupid cold. All right, let's transition real quick. Hold on real quick. We're going to take a quick commercial break. And when I do mean quick, we're going to stop for some butter biscuits. But you already know this is the Dre Max Show.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. Taste the butter spread. Taste the goodness of the biscuit with the butter spread. Get your butter spread all on me. I don't like the way it mixes with my mac and cheese.
We now return to the Transformers.
All right. Let me go ahead and I got you, Tina. Let me go ahead and transition. I think there's good parts that I think it's too short. And when you go back and you look at season 1 of Peacemaker, those episodes were longer. They had, more elements into it. And when it's short, you're cutting away from some of those elements to me. You know what I mean? So that's the only thing that I didn't like, but need I say door is the episode, is this week's episode. So let's get into it here. I do want to catch the podcast. I'm gonna listen to the podcast tonight. After I'm done with the show, to see what they were talking about on the podcast. But with this, including the setup for next week's episode and the intro, this is really like 35. It's like 35 minutes, so it's really short. But I do think they did set up something that's been teased for a minute. So we open up. It's 35 years ago. Chris, his brother and his dad is out here hunting, and he shoots, which I thought was they use monkey sounds on this thing, but I truly believe. Oh God, hold on. I think I'm gonna go back just play it just a little bit, and of course this is fair use. Please, Warner Brothers, don't give me. I'm just trying to get to this thing. Okay, so I believe the thing that he shot is a dimensional imp, right? I think this is a imp. And the reason why I think this little creepy thing is an imp, for one, it takes form. So we actually seen a dimensional imp in Superman, right? They talked about it on the show again in episode, I believe, 2, when he finally went to the other, was it episode 2 or 1? When he went to the dimension, it was like, oh man, I had the dimensional imp that was inside of the car. It was like in inside the motor or something like that. So I do believe, to me, this is just me, because he does kind of look like Mr. Handsome too. But because they mentioned imps so much, and imps take whatever form because their brains can't fathom what it looks like for what is told in DC lore and they take whatever form that's fitting for wherever that is. That's what I'm thinking it is. For one, the dimensional, they form pocket universes. You understand? They can what reality, and he has a thing where it opens up a dimensional portal. So it would not surprise me if he is, but it would not also surprise me, Q, if he is like a Mr. Handsome type. That thing is very ugly though, and I'm talking about just shot and just no regard for human life. And then after his son was like, don't kill it. You went and slapped him. Which was Chris. You went and slapped him. So he went and got the little thing, and we see the portal, we see the dimensional rift. I mean the pocket universe. Okay, and then we get to the greatest part of every episode is the dance sequence. So, so you got Argus on the trail now of Chris. Now, Economo is over here talking to Judah Master, and he was like, you remember when you hit me with a tire? You hit me with you hit my car. You ran over me with a tire iron. My man was like, I wish your corpse was here now. It'd bring me so much joy. And this banter back and forth between Judah Master, Michael Rucker's character, just everybody in this scene was hilarious. Again, Tim Meadows is just hilarious. Calling this man GC is hilarious. You know what I'm saying? And Economo got tired of this mess. You know what I'm saying? He was like, oh yeah. Even when he called you, he was talking like he had right around his finger, even winked. Like he just snitched on him. He was like, I was winking like everything was all right. It was like, man, I've been in a bunch of Midwestern places in the hills of Indiana. I ain't never seen a wink. Me, we all right. You know what I'm saying? Everything's okay. So the rules was up, but my man Michael Rucker's character in here is literally the definition of a $5 Indian. If you know, my man is over here like, I don't want to be next to Captain Cultural Appropriation, because my man is just doing a lot with this character. And I'm glad because they're making fun of it, but the character is getting called out for it. Even though, the scene where he literally creates an eagle and goes into a spiritual realm, like, well, wasn't expecting that though. We're gonna get to that here in a minute. Well, Argus is coming down. They're about to pull a kick dough. Tell Chris lay down on the floor. Give me the G's and the money. Everybody gotta go. That's what they about to do. So my man Economo sent him a text. Was like, hey, you gotta get up out of here. Eagly over here trying to get some baloney. You know what I mean? So he was like, get out of your house immediately. Argus Tedges about to enter because of dimensional portal, and they gonna kill Eagly. Leave. And he was doing that, typing on the side so nobody would see him. Now you got Akano Goat. What? So he sees it. He realized, oh snap! I got to get up out of here. So he grabs Eagly. He grabs the helmet. That little helmet looks. I mean, that little dimensional portal thing that can move the portal. From one place to the next, does look like one of his helmets. And I was wondering. That's why I said with Mr. Handsome. The only reason why I kind of ruled out Mr. Handsome, for the simple fact is that I don't get, I don't know. I guess because he was just used as a servant in there. I don't know. But a dimensional imp, I could see that. And it being small, I could kind of see that. Which, they were saying Batmite might show up in this season. They mentioned Batmite in the what's the season? In season 1. What's up, Sam? Yeah, and he was but I could see Lex getting the technology because it's Lex freaking Luthor. and that would go along with the lore in the of Lex Luthor being able to find a way to create a pocket dimension more than he's relying on alien technology. Now I can see him still in the alien technology, but I can see Lex Luthor being able to create that too, because I do want the Lex to be the smart. I want him to be the smartest evil man in all of DC Comics, like he is in the comics, like he is, in the animated series and all that. I want that. If they undercut him, to me, if they undercut Lex Luthor, for an alien to be that smart, it's no difference than when people say, I don't like the fact that T'Challa's intelligence was undercut to give it to Shuri. I don't want him to give it to an alien. I want Lex Luthor to be the smartest man, and this dumb redneck that was his father to be the one who stole technology because he didn't have the intelligence to be able to harness said technology. Then I have a good feeling. That the Argy that you see in the other dimension is the one who created all the helmets for Argy in the I believe that they know each other, and it hasn't been revealed yet, because that Argy is stupid, and you know what I'm saying, in this universe. But I believe the Argy in the opposite universe, and I'm calling it Earth X for right now, which I did. Thank you for all those who shouted out, hey, this is Earth X, as I went and did a whole deep dive on Earth X, from characters to everything. And I'm like, oh my God, Earth X is really wild. And everything at Earth X is wild in DC. So it wouldn't surprise me that a racist bigot will find a dimensional portal with another door with some of the similar signals. They will communicate with each other, and since that Earth is probably Earth X, that'd be the perfect place for him to share technology with the Argy, who's already racist. So, but anyway, Chris and everybody gets up out of here. This was the nastiest scene in the whole thing. My man is over here eating guano. My man picked up the guano from the eagle and chewed on it like it was a potato chip, and they even had the potato chip sound when he was chewing on it. And then I'm talking about, he ate it. Oh, that's gross. It said my man had bologna and Twizzlers or whatever for dinner. So Juno Master catches up with Peacemaker. You understand? Peacemaker ain't really trying to fight. He's just trying to really get up out of here. Yeah. They go into a fight. And then we get to this scene where my man, Captain Cultural Appropriation, had a bead on Eagly, and my man Economo had to think fast. While you undercut Judo Master and Chris over here fighting, which was a pretty good, pretty cool scene. You know what I'm saying? Because they was over there getting down. Our man Economo was like, oh, snap, I done killed him. Because he pushed him out the way. So he didn't kill Eagly, but he blamed it on another eagle. That scene was hilarious. But Chris finally gets Juno Master off of him. This is why I say it looks like one of his helmets, just based on what it's shaped like. You know what I mean? Based on what it's shaped like, it looks like, it looks like one of his helmets. You said, look at episode 3 where Chris is on Earth 2, all white extra, no ass, or POC, and Earth 2. Very interesting. Yeah, it's most definitely Earth X. To me, it's most definitely Earth X. Now, are they going to call it Earth X? You understand? Are they going to call it Earth 2? Is to be seen, but most definitely, if they call it Earth X or Earth 10, which is it's a Roman numeral for the Roman numeral sign is X. I could most definitely see that if they call it Earth 10. But yeah, so he picks up the thing out of bio, gets this pro soldiers thing. Shit, it got duped into putting her ad in there at a bio security consultant for all your needs, and all you see is different ads in there for people doing the same thing, which she finds out this is all a scam. Ain't nobody really looking at that, and she's sending it to Kia. I'm sorry, but Kia don't want you no more, big dog. And Adebayo is really not reading the tea leaves. You know, she's so focused on showing that she can do a business and all of this and all that. She's ignoring, you know, her ex-girlfriend's actual emotions and stuff like that. What she kind of really wants in a partner. She's ignoring all of that for her own selfish ambitions. You know what I mean? So, you know, she's not really catching it. You know what I mean? But she's so happy to think she's doing something. She's still missing it. So Akadaho picks this guy up. Say, oh man, he's telling me it was another eagle, and they go through this whole thing. He got a big gash in his head that he did not clean. You know what I'm saying? He was like, this is the primal eagle. We're going to get the primal eagle. And then he just started saying some gibberish. And the Kanamo was like, man, I don't know. That ain't what that means. You know, so Adebayo picks up Chris. You know, she's still, okay. Let me preface this today. Adebayo's character right now is the black character that don't believe nothing the white character is saying. Reminiscent, and me and Mika talked about this, of Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, because there's 2 final girls. But the yeah, I don't know what she got on the former media. She's still cute though, but I wouldn't rock those overalls. But but so me and Mika was talking about, I said, you know what? Nightmare on Elm Street, The Dream Child, is not as bad as I remember, because I remember watching that movie as a kid, was like, I don't like this movie. I think this movie sucks. But watching it again as an adult, because I have all of them, so I was like, you know what? I'm going to take the time out to watch this. I'm like, it ain't that bad. But the black best friend was like, girl, you stupid. You just having dreams. And yada, yada. I don't believe nothing. And man, did Adebayo sound just like the black best friend. It is what I think you tripping. I think you're having a dream. Maybe you go in there and you think you're seeing something that you're not. No, she don't believe him just yet. But how much you want to bet? How much you want to bet? Q is not a robot. My man Q. Adebayo is going to go into that into Earth X, and unfortunately, and I hate that is going to, I just feel like it's going to happen, because it's gonna because again, Chris's moral support is Adebayo. That's his moral support. That's his friend. That's who has literally came to help him since season 1. Since they first really met, she's always kind of been the moral support person of the whole entire group, right? But if they go into that alternate Earth, I'm going to call it Earth X or Earth 10 for right now. If they start calling her all out her name and start freaking out and all of this and doing and saying all kinds of racist stuff, I just don't be surprised. And I think that's what's going to hit Chris, is that he's going to find Amelia Harcourt and all the people are racist as hell in that Earth. And are you going to pick your friend over somebody else's life? I'm just saying. So, what's her name? That her character, I had it before, but let me see. What is her name? I can't think of her. See if yeah, I want to see if he can land that plane too. You know what I mean? I want to see if he can land that plane, because that's going to be a hard one. If he can't land and stick to landing on that one, it's yeah. Oh, Sasha. So Rodriguez, I'm not going to lie. I was like, every time she had to turn around and look at somebody, she gave a model look. She gave a straight model pose. That's a very beautiful woman. But every look she gave was a model pose, and it was so funny to me. I'm like, every time she looked at somebody, because she was trying to tell her kind of, hey, you could crack this thing. Go out 20 feet. And he was like, no, it's 30. Go get your equipment and stop playing with me. But every time she looked at somebody, she just gave this like model look. She's very pretty though. You know what I mean? And my man got spit on because he got tired of being called names. And that's a model pose. That's again, you looking at somebody and then she winked at him. After he got spit on. I was rolling. I'm not gonna lie. I was rolling. You said she gave that blue steel. She was like, after he got spit on, he's pissed. So Chris and Adebayo actually have this conversation about the actual dimensional portal. What I believe is that there's going to be more to this story. Shout out to MT Mastertainment because he said this in this video and I didn't catch it. They never talked about Chris's mom throughout this whole thing. He always had a problem with his dad. His dad is dad is dad. His dad is dad is dad. But he never talked about his actual mother. So I wonder, is that going to come up in this season? But yeah, so he went to go get his stuff. He talked to Chris, but this is where we reveal it's going to be hot today. This is where we reveal that Augie didn't make nothing. So who actually made it is the question. Is there going to be dimensional imps? Is it going to be Batmite? It's just so many questions that need to be answered in this. Is it going to be Lex Luthor? We don't know. We don't know. He said Economos getting bullied slightly in season 1, the cartoon, and I guess season 2 is the end of those days. He got tired and was like, I'm spitting on you. But again, she's the black best friend is going to say, you're crazy. You're just seeing stuff. You don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's a throwback. My girl is rocking. I don't know, but hey, I don't know what she got on. I don't. But I ain't mad at it because I ain't mad at it. Like, honestly, I don't care what she got on. But man, just continue to just run. I'm just saying, I don't care what that outfit on. It look good when she run. That's all I'm saying. Hey. So Economo come over here and he's stalling because when he talked to Chris when he was in the car, he was like, hey, give me a little time. So he's stalling. He's talking about, is there a cat? She's giving model poses to this dude. And he was like, hey, I just don't want the cat. If the cat is in the drawer, to go say the cat, but he's stalling. Everybody knows he's stalling. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows he's stalling. Ain't nobody stupid. This is Judavision. Dre, she's gorgeous too. I love that last episode when she was wearing that dress, shaking my head, and that thing was thanging when she was running. All I'm saying is that it's cool. It's cool for me. So how he figured this out, it's still beyond me. Chris figured out how to be able to transport the doors just by messing with this thing. So he and it looked like it's going to some like V shape, but it started to transport the actual door. Now, if I'm not mistaken, can I bring it up without getting in trouble? Hold on. I'm going to see if I could be able to, because I want to say it's the same technology that was used in Superman when they were going through the portals. Wow, I didn't know this was on here. Oh my God, I'm about to start watching stuff. All right, give me just a second. Let me see if I can find. Well, I know where it's on because I got the movie, but I want to say that it's the same look. I know that's not it. Hold on. Hold on. Give me just a second. No. I need to sign in. Give me just a second, y'all. Because I was curious about this when I was watching it, and I'm like, this just looks like the same. Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay. So give me just a second. Let me get to my movies. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I don't think this is hold on. Hold on. Hold on. I'm getting to it. I think I am on the wrong thing. That's what I think I'm on. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. Yeah, no. Why can't I watch my oh, this is wrong. This is wrong account. Hold on. That's what it is. Sorry, y'all. It's taking. You know what? Let me just get through this. Hold on. I think I'm losing where I'm at. Let me get through this and then I'll find it. But I think this is the same technology that Mr. Terrific and all of them were seeing too. Matter of fact. But let me just check right quick. Hold on. I don't know why I just didn't do this earlier. But let me see if I could find where they were going in and out of the actual portal, but maybe I can't. Anyway, never mind. Never mind. Let me get out of there. All right. So we find that the portal implodes upon itself. Oh man, I have not seen Peacemaker 2. Peacemaker season 2. Oh snap! So the door closes on him. So at first I was like, yo, when the door closed on him, what happened? And then this exploded, which I'm surprised none of their eardrums is busted. We used to have battle. Yeah, no more Death Battle Fridays. Stopped that like 2 months ago, I think. So when they open up the portal now it's a closet. So they use that area in the closet to move it. So that's why he had the secret passcode on there. Now that same thing. I want her to go in there. Her face is priceless. She was like, oh snap. Now I noticed this about Rick Flag's hair. I know it's gonna be funny because he was calling Miller Harcourt to come in. Now again, where's the grifters at? You got a girl boss over here beating up grown men. Now, Lord have mercy. Now, the grifters ain't talking about this tiny woman. You know how they are. How can it that this tiny woman is over here beating up a grown man? They're showing a girl boss. You see, you don't hear nothing from the grifters about Peacemaker. You know what I mean? Maybe Peacemaker is not as exciting as Ironheart. Remember, nobody liked Ironheart. They liked their comics. You don't hear anything about Peacemaker. Peacemaker is not even an original DC character. You see, you don't hear anything about that. You know what I mean? So, I'm just saying. So, she's out there catching fights. You know what I'm saying? Which again, she reminds me of Sonya. Like if they would have picked her as Sonya Blade in Mortal Kombat, she's more believable than the girl that they picked in Warner Brothers. You know what I'm saying? Like seriously, she's more believable. Actually, she's more cut too. You know what I mean? But that's how the Sonya Blade was in like Scorpion's Revenge. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to fight other people. But she reminds me of Sonya Blade, the hair, everything. So Rick Flag comes in there, you know, she's being polite, you know, calling him, you know, sir, and, you know, in general and all of that. But if you notice, his hair is just like it was in Creature Commando. Difference is in Creature Commando, it was gray, and this is black, which could have been from dye, but they actually explained some continuity in this scene, which I really liked. This was 6 months later after he got his back broke by his, you know, a back contusion or whatever happened. You know what I'm saying? By Clayface. We know the Clayface movie is coming out. They set up Clayface and Creature Commandos. They're saying they're basing it off the episode from the anime Batman animated series, which is freaking tragic. You know what I'm saying? Just like the Mr. Freeze episode about him being an actor and stuff like that, and him not being able to get roles, and you know, acid got splashed on his face, and it's just like the the Phantom of the Opera, but it takes a whole different form and all of it. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it might be awesome, but yeah. So, you know, Rick Flag, they start discussing. He sees the picture of them with the 11th Street kids, and Chris is on there because he's being observant. He's finding ways to be able to hit her emotional, her emotional side. So when he's seen the picture of all of them hanging out, you know what I'm saying? She felt a certain way. I mean, he felt a certain way. Again, his son died, you know, which is funny because he has a picture of him and his son in this series that literally mirrors a picture of me and my son. My son is 6'5". I'm 5'9". You know what I mean? And people are like, that's your kid? I'm like, yeah. Yeah. They don't believe it. You know what I'm saying? And if people who follow me on IG, you know what I'm saying? It's still in my story. He's the lighter version of me. That's it. He's just the light version of me. But yes, he is my child, and he's bigger than me. But he was like, you know, you've been instead of saying blackballed, it was like you've been blacklisted, you know, oh man, what's her name? Blacklisted her or whatever, which I don't believe that. I don't believe that, oh my goodness. Oh, the names. Oh my God. What? Okay. You know what? This is stupid. And I hate when they do this. Hold on. Because I got to get these names right, or y'all going to kill me in the comments section. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, Amanda Waller. Good Lord. Y'all help me out now. I'm sleepy. But basically, it was like, this is your way to get back in. I can help you. But you got to bring in Peacemaker. It's like you gotta bring more help than what you got. But again, another bonding moment. Now, again, this would make more sense if Adebayo and Chris go into that other dimension together. Now, we see in the preview for episode 5 that he gets interrogated by Argus. But it wouldn't surprise me if those two go into that area together. Right? I know, Aisha. I know. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I've been at work all night. I've been being a man, working for the man. But you know, I do want to see, you know, if they go in there together, and then the reaction of the people. You know what I mean? That's what I'm more interested in, because again, she's the black best friend who was saying, "Look, you know, I think you're seeing things, and now you're in love with somebody that is not you. And she does hit a point where she is saying, look, if this is where you need to be at, that's not your land. That's not your area. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, you know what? Maybe this is because, you know, life is playing a cruel joke on me here. And there I'm looked at, I'm somebody. And he feels like he's not somebody, which I understand this character. And the reason why I understand this character is because our best friends, our friends, the people that's in our circle, our tribe, thinks the world of us. But we're trying to get validation from everybody else except for the people who actually matter and care about us. You know what I mean? So I think that's the lesson he's going to have to learn, that the people that he have in that inner circle is way more important than the accolades he's going to get from that other place. But he was like, he got to talk to Amelia, you know, first. You know, in this version of hardcore, he has to see what he has to say. But then it was all you know, she knew he was coming. She set him up. We're gonna see that in episode 5. But Vigilante comes in here. That my guy is hilarious. He was way too happy. You know what I'm saying? In this scene, he was way too happy about being his best friend and all of this stuff. But Amelia sees it. She doesn't want to do it. She really doesn't, but she knows, you know, she got to pay the rent. So she's going to basically sell him out to pay the rent. And, you know, Economo can't communicate with Chris and all of that. She's all on her own now. You said, and what Argus is he going to be interrogated by? I think this version of Argus, but we don't know. We don't know. That's a good question. Especially when he finds out Autobio doesn't exist in that world. No, exactly. That's going to be wild, especially if they go to Earth X route. And there was a video that is like, I think it's an hour or so long that breaks down what Earth X is, all the characters, all the stories I watched that mug with my popcorn in my hand and was clutching my pearls like, dear God, what is this? Dear God. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So, again, she was like, we need to bring in the Peacemaker. And this scene tripped me out. My man, Michael Rucker, you know what I'm saying? With full cultural appropriation, Native American. But my man took the blood, put it on the sand, made an eagle, and literally, like, I was like, okay, all right. He do got magical powers. And he astroplaned to find the eagle. This was kind of funny, though, because he's just sitting there. And it kind of reminded me if they on Turtles when Master Splinter basically astroplaned in the fire, you know, while they were talking to him. I love you all, my sons. My man did the same thing. He was like, I got you now, you son of a gun. Knew his location, all of that. Wow. But remember, Adebayo's there, Eagly is there, and the portal is there. So, and it's open. Well, it's going to be closed by the time he got there. But yeah, it did throw me. I was rolling. Not gonna lie, I was rolling. But then the episode ends, and I think that's where I had some. I was like, damn, man, another short episode. And I'm so used to the longer format on Warner Brothers, it threw me a little bit to have this show just abruptly ends right before we get to the good stuff. You know, oh yeah, nobody was looking for Judo Master. He was just laying there. You know what I mean? Or Luke in the Last Jedi. Exactly. Exactly. But I think it was too short. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not talking about the funky fresh rapper from the Bay, from Oakland, baby. I don't like how it ended because it ended too short and I wanted some more. I guess I'm greedy. I want it all. Brand new socks and draws. You know what I mean? So is going to ramp up in the way that, and it's funny, people are jumping ship off this show. I seen what's her name? Grace Randolph said, I'm no longer covering this show anymore. There's no interest. Nobody's talking to it. Nobody's hyped. So I'm not going to talk about it anymore. Yeah, I never said it's bad. Never, Marley Moore. This is good. So I wanted more. And I'm like, what they could have did was merge. I would have took 7 episodes and would have merged episode 4 and 5 together. I'm sorry, episode 3 and 4 together, because those were the 2 shorter episodes. But I got a good feeling because David Cornswet was on set at Peacemaker in costume. No, was he? No, he wasn't in costume. He was just on set. How much you want to, man, if they show an Earth X version of Superman? What was he? He wasn't Ultraman. What was his name in Earth X? Superior Man, I think, or something. If they show that, oh my god! And I know they did it. They technically did it in the Arrowverse. They did it first in the Arrowverse. But yeah. Oh yeah, I would never forget. It's on file. It's on file. I haven't listened to her since her Twitter came across my feed when all the rest of the stuff that was happening the other day came up. And she was like, I'm just not gonna, cover this show. Nobody's really talking about it, so it doesn't make any sense for me to cover it. Which I get. You know what I'm saying? I get that, so, don't cover something that, everybody's not interested in, but I'm going to cover it because I like this show. I like you guys. You said Grace hates James Gunn, so she's going to throw shade. Exactly. Man, they won't do that. They won't do that because the Saturn fans will lose their freaking minds. Just think about them. I'm talking about losing it if Henry Cavill is a Superman in a Nazi universe. Bro, I put this on everything I love. They will lose it. Oh, they're really. Oh my! I could imagine. I can't imagine. Right now for the simple fact, let me try to find mine. Is this mine? Yeah. Why can't I get some of my movies on here? This is stupid. But I could just. I'm sorry. Especially with what just happened recently. Maybe because she's mad because she can't get the last couple episodes, so she can't spoil it or any of that. So I don't know. I don't know what she's mad about. I don't know what she's mad about. But she was just like, no. So where is my stuff? It's not on here. This is stupid. Yeah, they wouldn't waste. I don't think they would waste. I mean, they didn't put him in the end of season 1 either. So, yeah, nobody. The Foreman Media, nobody. Somebody who thought Mr. Terrific was too Black Power because of his hair. Matter of fact, that I could show you. That I have no problem showing you that. No, hold up, because it's in my shorts, which at the time it didn't get any traction. It didn't get any traction, and I was dead serious about that. His hair was too political because she said Mr. Terrific's hair was too political. Now, when did hair? I'm trying to tell you, it only comes to us that things like hair is political. Yeah, this is her. Just listen to what she had to say.
Right. So as for the hair, it's a little retro. I agree with CM. It's a little 70s, a little 60s. It's a little black power, a little political in my opinion.
What?
Wrong.
I don't know if I would have injected that into the character. I think I would have just focused on making the character as sexy and cool as possible.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
You can't do that. You can't tell us what's hip and what's cool about our hair.
You tell him, Dre Mack,
Edie is playing Mr. Terrific, and he looks just like the comic book character. How dare you going to try to make his hairstyle or anything about his hair political? Honestly, a lot of us get tired of white people trying to tell us what to do with our hair, for one. You don't get to tell us what's hip and cool. So if Edie thinks that goes with the character, then it goes with the damn character. Stop telling us what's political or whatever. Just cut it out. Stop.
Right.
So that was my take. I told you I've always been don't come for my people talking about it's too political. Hair is political. What's up, D Sizzle? Hair is political? Hair. Because my man is rocking a natural, that's political. But then what did Edie end up being? The goddamn Mr. Terrific. The person that they talked about the most when Superman came out. But here Grace is, that's why I said, what's going on right now? I'm out. Don't ask me nothing. I don't know nothing. I don't want to know nothing. I ain't in it. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it. Ain't got nothing to do with me. So, yeah. Because all I gotta say is, yeah. But what did you guys think about this episode today, man? What did you guys think? Then when Grace reviews Superman, Mr. Terrific becomes one of our favorite characters. Exactly. I didn't cuss. I didn't say anything. I told her stop it. You know what, Q? Let me just say, I'm gonna say this because when somebody said this the first time, it rubbed me the wrong way. And I'm gonna tell you why it rubbed me the wrong way at first. Now you have your opinion, you can have your opinion, it's fine. But I think the reason why I got in my feelings, Q, is because Robert Downey Jr. is doing a caricature of a black man that he thinks in the movie, it's a parody anyway, satire. Love what Robert Downey Jr. did in that movie because it was supposed to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Actually, if you go watch Edie's work, Edie sounds like that. There's plenty of strong, intelligent black men that sound just like that. You see what I mean? And this is where I think it took me when I was in my feelings about it. Right? I think this is where where it took me in my feelings at first. Is because we want to equate intelligence to speaking like other people. If we sound, politically correct, if I just do my voice like this and sound like I'm more palatable to a group of people that, there's a set of those people who don't like me. No, you could be the goddamn Mr. Terrific and you could sound like what Edie sounds like. You could sound like with what's his name sounds like? What's his face? Ryan Coogler, because Ryan Coogler got a straight Oakland accent. Very highly intelligent dude. I don't like what he's done. I'm not going to deny his intelligence. Just because of the way he sounds, just because he's not sounding like, Tyler Perry's, Baxter Stockman, Tyler Perry's version, and in the Turtles movie, doesn't mean that that character can be intelligent sounding like that. And he sound like a lot of there's my son had a very, very, very hard pause, but a very motivationally driven black man who was pushing him in during his test. PhD doctor, I can't think of his brother's name.
I forgot, but it's Dr. something. I can see his face, but I can't think of his name. Guess what he sound like? That character. Oh, yeah, I can't see that no more. He sounds just like that. And the man was on top of everything. And all he wanted was to push other black kids to be just as intelligent. No, not Dr. Umar. Stop it. Stop it, Judah. Stop it. No. That man needs to worry about getting his own school together instead of, let me shut up. Anyway, but yeah. So now I don't really care. You can say what you want. I don't care. The man came, he saw, you know what I'm saying? He kicked ass and took names. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So I'm not worried. And that's what I'm saying. A black man can't even be a black man without it being too political or he's putting on an accent, a black scent. That's what a lot of people were saying. Oh, this is a black scent. And this is a black scent. I'm like, damn, black people can't do nothing nowadays. Yep, that was a cuss word. That's what it felt like to me. I'm not saying what you're saying is wrong, Q, but I had to give you a backdrop to where I'm at now. You know what I mean? Grace was saying his hair is too political. Now they're saying it's almost like anytime that we do something, it's always some type of backlash. Mr. Terrific can't have hair like his comic book counterpart because that's too political. EDK sound like a black man, you know what I'm saying, with a little bit, I'm gonna read up, with a black man with a little gravitas in his voice, you know what I'm saying, without people being like, oh, he sounds like the caricature of what Robert Downey Jr. was doing in a spoof movie. You know what I mean? It's like, damn, we can't do nothing. So I think that's why I had a problem with it, but now I don't care. Say what you want to say. So, but yeah. All right, I'm gonna read all you guys' comments. It was like he also sounds like my uncle and grandfather. Yeah, her comment about building an animal kingdom at Disney World to honor Chadwick is weird. She be saying some off the wall stuff. Sometimes I'd be looking. I don't even think she even realized the crap that she says sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I think she just says and don't realize it. He said, I feel you. So maybe I should have said RDJ sounds like Mr. Terrific. I never said his voice put equivalent to a tell. No, that's why I'm not saying you. I'm not you, Q. This is nothing personal. These are the arguments that people were having to go at Edie for that character. Like, you know what I'm saying? Wasn't saying you. Not you. But that's was the argument that I was having. Even from people that I know. You know what I'm saying? People I respect. I just didn't like the take. I mean, this is my argument with about the take. It had nothing to do with them. It's just it was a take. You know what I'm saying? And I thought the take was unfair. Because we can't do anything without somebody got something to say about it. So it wasn't directed towards you. I had to give you the whole entire context. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of understand where that I had a problem with what Grace even said. So yeah. Let me see. Do you Dre, do you think of the Hopper wasn't James Gunn's James Gunn's wife, the character with what she is on the show? I don't know the comic part of her, and I love her DC, but I haven't read Peacemaker though. I don't know. I don't know if but I don't know if she would be like no, let me take that back. I think even if it wasn't his wife, because look at the way he directed Gamora and Nebula. It's all, if you think about it, Nebula and this character is almost mirror images. Just think about it for just a second. Not saying they're totally the same,
But if you think about it, as far as like the way that he directed the character on screen, the way he wrote for the character, there's a lot of similarities to me. Just to me. Yeah, I'm gonna do I'm gonna do more car chronicles. I'm probably gonna do one like once a week. So Michael Hall is from NYC. He shouldn't sound like Carlton Banks or Steve Urkel. He's one of the few characters James actually got right. Let me see. But I got you, big dog. It ain't had nothing to do with you. It was me just going back. You know how hard it is to go back and forth with my own people about it too. I think that's the hard part. You know, I can understand where they're coming from because for me. Oh yeah, 2 weeks from now, the Dre Mack show. Oh yeah, okay. So next week is going to be a lot of film videos because without my face, so y'all won't, or it might be a green screen because I got to tear down all this stuff. You know what I mean? So I got to move all my stuff, TV, everything, arcades, everything got to get moved. So I don't know how this is going to look. This is going to be very, very weird in here for a while. I don't know, but they got to get to where they could be able to work on my sub pump. So next week is going to be wild. But in 2 weeks is Dre Day, and everybody celebrates. So me being that Libra, 9/26, just put it in your head, 9/26. That's my birthday. What was I going to say? Oh yeah, me being that, I'm one of those people try to look at both sides of the coin, unless that coin is hella dirty and don't want to be cleaned. But I try to empathize or try to understand both sides. Or apathy. Would that be apathy? I don't know. But no, I try to look at both sides of the coin and say, well, I can see, but then watching that movie multiple times, over and over again, he played that character as perfectly as you possibly get. So, yeah. So, yeah. He said, she the wife, a teaspoon of favoritism. I mean, she's always going to be in this stuff. I mean, honestly, so we can all get that money. My wife will be in my films like that, so we can all get money. You think please, I'm getting that money. Gunn is talented, directed strong female characters. I don't mind. He does do it. I will give him his props on that. He does direct female characters a lot better than a lot of directors that I've seen. Strong but not weak. Like they can show emotion, it not be weak. You know what I mean? I do love that. I give you all of that. But the heroes in the comics I have read, this one I don't know. I don't know if she's in the if she's from the comics or not. I don't know because I don't read DC comics like that unless it's Batman, the Batman Who Laughs, or when I read the Three Jokers and stuff like that. And since they took DC Comics away from the comic place I was getting at, only way I could get it is mycomicshop.com. And I have been too broke the last month. No, I bought some comics. I bought some comics this month. What am I talking about? But not the way that I was. I was about $70 every 2 weeks worth of comics. I knew somebody with a big head having a birthday this month. Everybody got jokes, boy. Everybody about the month jokes. Word. I wonder who that is. Aisha. Huh? You got a clue? What is his what's his initials? Getting the no, they have to put a sub up in here. So when it rains, that this house. Good God. This house was built in 1965 and it never got a sub pump. So now they're finally put a sub pump in here.
because this is all a finished basement. My other area that's over there is a workout laundry room. So it's dope down here. You know, I know somebody who has those same initials either. I mean, two. I said either. That has those same initials. He works right next to me too. I told him hi. I mean, don't talk about that man's head like that. Man already got a big old head. So, Jesus Lord. You see my coworker one time, and then this is the nickname you give him. Let me see. I don't know how she doesn't have powers, but beating dudes have her size 6 times bigger than her. So I am going to counter that for the simple fact is I grew up in the hood with some of the smallest chicks will beat the brakes off of you. I'm just saying. I don't know. Can you say chicks? Because, I don't want to defend, I don't want to offend any women in here, but I knew some little homegirls in the hood that will beat. I'm talking about little, square up. It will give you the business. Seriously. I never put nothing past nobody. You know what I'm saying? Especially when you see some of these, especially these women who study martial arts, some of the women that I knew in the hood. Yeah, I'm not putting nothing past nobody. I'd be more scared of a little the little homegirl in the hood with you know what I'm saying, to square up like this. She's squaring up like this. Like, nah, I'm not fighting her, man. Look at that stance. Nah, I'm cool. He did steal the show. He said, did people complain about you, Apatow, constantly putting his friends in movies? Nope. We just said DC had canceled the Red Hood series. They just said DC canceled the Red Hood series. I didn't even know there was going to be a Red Hood series. I really didn't. Oh, okay. It's heard the entire scene from everyone. Oh, yeah. I got you. My fault. I'm sleepy. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sleepy. Hey Dre, did you touch the Red Hood comic cancellation due to the writer making lewd comments about Kirk? No, I be honest, I seen it on Twitter. I seen it on Twitter, but I'm gonna be honest with you. That's I'm not gonna talk about this. Is the last time I'm gonna talk about that man, period. Because that's not my fight, like Keno said. Like Keno was told. I know. It's not my fight. It's messed up that the comic writer got fired. But honestly, I'm not surprised. I'm not, because freedom, y'all gotta watch Team America World Police again. Freedom is $1.05, baby. And who's gonna pay that price for freedom? Freedom isn't free. It takes folks like you and me. Or will you pay your $1.05? Who will? I messed that whole line up. I'm just saying. You got to pay your $1.05. Yeah, that sucks for the Red Hood fans. You know what I'm saying? It sucks for the Red Hood fans. But, I'm not surprised. Yep, freedom isn't. You right, Puma Lee. Freedom is not the same for everybody. Well, like I said, in this country, freedom isn't free. It takes folks like you and me. And if you don't pay your $1.05, who will? Who will? You know what I mean? In America. All right. Let me see. Yeah, the place I'm living was built in the 70s. Building code was lacking. It's just, I think it's like this in Illinois too, because it's still the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? This is we normally have a lot more ranch style houses here. This particular house that I have is not a ranch style. It's a dual layer. You know what I'm saying? Dual layer house where you go in, it goes up a flight of stairs, and then you have that level, and that bottom level that you have, you go into the walk-in basement, walk-in facility, everything. And then under that, you have the foundation. So they kind of combined all of that. So I don't. I believe it is in Chicago because it's been a minute since I've been in Chicago, but I believe y'all have the same style houses that we have here. I know I seen houses like the one that I have in Nashville too when I went out to Nashville. So yeah. So yeah, it just needs an update. That's it. It just needs an update. He said Lois Lane, The Bride, and Hardcore are a great example of female characters that James Gunn has written real. Absolutely. Look, Nick was the warning. Somebody tracked him down and tried breaking in, and of course the two innocent dolls were deleted. Wow. I don't like it. This is why fans will turn on Gunn in the future. You will see. I don't know. I don't. I mean, eventually you become the villain. You live long enough to become the villain. So, oh, it won't happen. Okay. Yeah, Ray's Ranch. Yeah. Actually, I almost got a ranch style house, but it didn't have I needed a basement. I needed a basement. For one, you know, when you dealing with microbursts or I live in a hilly area, a tornado is not gonna hit here, it's not flat. You know what I mean? But something ever happens, you know what I'm saying? I always come down here and nothing is gonna happen. You know what I mean? So yeah. Dre, before you go, think we could get an Alien Earth reviews. I'm in love with the show. Have you seen? I haven't seen that one episode. I'm letting everybody eat right now. And I'm a binge that show, but I'm just letting everybody eat right now. I started to see like a different channel start to lean towards more. Oh, we're gonna, comic book movies are kind of slow right now, so we're gonna start, doing horror. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And I thought about it, but I haven't watched that one piece of show yet. And I'm letting everybody, like I say, everybody eat. You know what I'm saying? I might do a review on it. A overall review and see what I like, what I don't like. You know what I'm saying? But I'm letting everybody eat. But I don't have time, even this, because y'all know the hours that I work. I work overnight up to 11 hours. And then I come and do this show after getting off of work. You know what I mean? So yeah. So if I watch something, it better be good. It better be damn good. So I keep telling y'all, it better be good. But I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna check it out because everybody's talking about it. And I'm gonna see what all the hoopla is. I like Alien. Alien. It's a comic. But I like the Alien franchise. I like Predator. I still need to catch up on a lot of the Predator movies. You know what I mean? Because what I saw in that the anthology made me want to be like, let me go back and watch some Predator. So cool. And then I gotta go see The Long Walk. I don't know how the hell I'm gonna see that because I gotta work on I have to work on Saturday, and then Sunday is the Mika G versus Dre rematch from the Super Bowl, the Chiefs versus Eagles. Go Chiefs. But we're gonna see who wins that contest on Sunday. So yeah. You said there are content creators that dive into Predator lore. I bet. But you know what I'm saying? That's Predator and Alien is hot right now. That's the new hotness. Old and busted, DC and Marvel, Alien and Predator, new hotness. Stop it, Puma Lee. We was friends until you said that. We were friends. Yeah, Predator, Killers. That was dope. That was dope. That was super dope. But yeah. So I'm just Puma Lee, you know what? Just because Puma Lee hadn't said that, I already know.
Bro, the sign is real simple, B. It says wrap it up. Wrap that up, B.
All right. I'm gonna go and wrap it up because Puma Lee been talking about some matter of fact, you see that the spiritual man? He's coming. He's coming for that eagle. But no, I'm gonna watch it. I'm just letting everybody eat right now. Let everybody eat or whatever, and then I'm gonna binge it, see what it's all about. I went to go see the last Alien movie. You know what I'm saying? So, and that last Alien movie was dope. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It was dope. It gave me Alien 1 vibes. It actually gave me more Alien 2. Aliens vibes. You know what I mean? So yeah. I'll let Mika G know that, Sam. Wow. So yeah, let's wrap this up, man. Did you guys enjoy Peacemaker? Let me know. Put it in the comments section below and tell me exactly what you guys think about Alien Earth. But again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that bell notification so you never, ever miss one of my videos again. Until next time, I'm going to holler at you guys later. Peace and vibe power, man. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. Where's my outro at? Because you already know. I gotta go.
Wait a minute. You're telling me the video's over?
What?
Okay, I guess so. If you have came to this portion of the video, thank you so very much for sticking to the end. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to hit that little bell notification so you never miss one of my videos. And if you really want to, you don't got to, go ahead and follow the social media links that's down below. Until next time, I'll let you guys later. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Y'all take care of yourself.